I aggressively tweeted out that if Notre Dame lost to Purdue, I would throw Young Zumo, our TV in the studio, off the roof of our apartment building. It's about 9 floors. We were strategizing, hey, how is this going to work? Is there some kind of law that I'm violating if I throw this off the roof? Because there's a shot that this could end up blowing up in my face, almost quite literally. Luckily, that didn't happen, and to the most insane degree, Notre Dame wins. 66-7 was the final score. I said this on the BR stream, Sean. If they won a close game against Purdue, I don't think I'd be generating any reaction, and also we wouldn't be talking about this right now. It would be like, okay, Notre Dame showed us last week they weren't as good as we thought that they were.
Yeah.
And they're just going to be 9-3, slightly above average, and they're going to be competitive. But instead, they proved to us that they were good enough to show up and drub a Big Ten opponent, a team that's a rival in the state that you play in. You showed up and waxed them. 60 points. They put up almost 600 yards of offense, over 300 rushing yards on the ground. They had the backups in at the start of the second half. It was over at halftime. This is the performance of a team that is in the top 5. And that was what we knew that they were capable of. I was proven that all of my predictions at the beginning of the year were true, but because Marcus Freeman's inconsistency as a coach and lack of preparation for his guys on a week-to-week basis is what killed them last week. It unbelievably sucks because I really do think that Notre Dame played themselves out of the playoff conversation unless things go perfectly correct for them. NIU being a playoff team and USC being highly ranked and them beating USC and maybe Louisville being ranked when you beat them. They blew what was an opportunity to produce an extremely special season. And it sucks that this is, we get to see the product that could have been.
I still think that the CFP will look at Notre Dame as a very valuable brand at the end of the season.
I hate, though, that that's the participation trophy that we're being handed.
Well,
that sucks, man. That sucks.
I understand.
It's like the Cowboys just getting in because they're the Cowboys into the playoffs.
Yeah. That's how it would happen, and that's the pill you're going to have to swallow. And I said this. I made my Purdue upset prediction over Notre Dame.
Yeah, what a terrible pick.
I'm battling with people on Twitter with awful Trump meme profile pictures.
By the way, you can't be taking a victory lap off of that, guys.
We gotta. Yeah, is that the most tone deaf? Hey, I'm going to try to dunk on you moment ever. I literally have the Trump card in my hand here where I'm getting screenshots of the Notre Dame versus Purdue score. And you don't understand how Notre Dame works also. You don't understand how it works. Because I could just drop that NIU win right on you and you're ended forever. Notre Dame was never going to lose to Purdue if they were undefeated facing Purdue. That's not how Notre Dame works. If Notre Dame was highly ranked and they played Purdue, they don't beat Purdue 66-7. No, this Notre Dame team has a weird disease right now where when it's all going right, they can't help themselves. And it was shocking to see them not help themselves in week 2. That was the most shocking part about it. I thought it was going to happen a little later, but that's just how their seasons have carried out in recent years. So you can't say I was off base when I know cosmically today would have not happened had last week not happened the way that it did.
I think you're overplaying the logic here. The only thing I think you need to say here, you are right. A team that would have crapped their pants totally 1,000% would have done it in a different week. They were bound to, and especially a team coached by Marcus Freeman that I keep bringing up doesn't consistently prepare his team mentally on a week-to-week basis. This is that example of, when he wasn't ready, maybe he would have done it against Purdue and instead of NIU. But that's a coulda, shoulda, woulda, who gives a shit. All you need to say here is anyone who's trying to pull that on you, we lost to NIU. You can't be pulling that I told you so when we already had the most embarrassing moment for any team the entire season.
Okay. I pitched this last week to you. I said Notre Dame would have to win every game by 40 points. To make the playoff and to be respectable, and they just chalk that up as a week 2 misery, right? This is a good start. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a Big Ten opponent that they beat handedly, like a champion would. 28 points in the second quarter. That's what really good teams do. Keeping the throttle on them and showing their prowess. The running game looked good. The defense looked better and more animated and lively, and not like a bunch of dead fish in shoulder pads. It looked like a good team. I think if you keep on putting out massive mammoth wins against the rest of the teams you play, you can show the separation. You can show a gap and say, hey, we need a little bit of pity here because it was embarrassing. We took our licks, but look what we did since then. It's a completely different team. You have to play the different team card. That's the only way that Notre Dame gets in a respectable fashion.
Yeah, it's going to require a lot. Any Notre Dame fan that is looking at this optimistically, yeah, there is a way that Notre Dame could get that 12th spot in the playoff and be the 11th seed. Or, I mean, heck, if it's NIU should be ranked ahead of Notre Dame in this situation. Like, in all, they have the head-to-head win. There's no, and Notre Dame's schedule won't be good enough, and resume won't be good enough to really make the argument of, hey, yeah, they're a lot better than NIU. Are they? They lost by 2 to NIU, which is, oh my God, I hate being a Notre Dame fan. It's just like we can't just be normal. We can't just.
I felt bad. I was doing the killing you with kindness bit, and you were not having it today. You were so angry when I was just trying to be complimentary to the team.
You were being patronizing. There's nothing I hate more than patronizing people. Tell me to go F myself to my face. I'd much rather have that.